COVID hospital wild sex orgies, Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream, and the government paying you to not commit crimes. All that and more on today's Weird Wild World. Let's go.
There you go.
Weird sauce.
Oh, yeah. Let's get saucy.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Fratzuki. We're right here at the Weird Sauce Lab with my boy and co-host, Jay Stevens.
Yeah.
It is a weird, wild world we live in, and we are covering all that on today's episode of Weird Wild World, Episode 1. We got a lot of weird, wacky news stories for you. We're going to be covering all of them right here and seeing what you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so first one, Jay Stevens, you know, recently we had U.S. pull out of Afghanistan, right?
Yes, we did.
A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, a lot of people were angry, and there was another group of people really angry about this. A group you wouldn't think would be angry, but they were. It was the Taliban. Why were they angry, bro?
Well, the Taliban were angry because when the U.S. left, they disabled all of the, tanks and helicopters and military weapons that they had left behind because they couldn't take them with them. So the Taliban is pissed off that the U.S. did that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically it, but it's like, come on, dude,
Yeah, well, they thought the U.S. had a bunch of good stuff, being the U.S. military.
Of course, and I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
They dismantled it all and...
enough to disable it before how much of a debacle could that have cost?
Oh, geez, the whole thing has been a debacle, but that's not the headline we were expecting to see, they were mad. The helicopters aren't working properly.
Oh, so sad.
All right, another group of people that were not happy. They got busted having a little orgy in the COVID hospital in Thailand.
Yeah, they did. There are worse places to, worse things to do during a COVID situation. It actually looked like they were in some sort of big quarantined warehouse from the pictures that we had saw. There were just beds everywhere. And if you're, locked up in a massive warehouse with about 30, 40 beds, what else is there to do?
Exactly. If you're stuck in a big warehouse for, 10, 14 days, not much to do and a bunch of time on your hands.
There's worse, there's worse
and a bunch
ways.
of beds laying around. 2 + 2 equals 20.
Well,
20 people orgies.
The police raided it for orgies and drug use and shit like that. It looked like a big just fucking party in there.
Yep. So the other side of COVID you didn't know about.
Yeah.
Okay, Kraft macaroni and cheese, they teamed up with an ice cream manufacturer and they put out a Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream and it went bananas. It sold out in 1 hour.
Yeah, I think it's back on the market now, but that's pretty bonkers.
Yeah, they put it out in July as just a little promo and the people literally ate it up.
Yeah, I guess I'd try it, huh? I'd try it.
Yeah. Creamy cheese, ice creamy vibes. They have you have strawberry cheesecake ice cream.
Right.
You have creamy, cheesy stuff. So
I like strawberry cheesecake.
Yep.
So I'd give the Kraft a go.
Yeah, and we know people love Kraft macaroni and cheese.
That they do, man. That they do.
But when you get older, you realize that's probably the worst macaroni and cheese you could ever eat in your life.
I'd still eat it, though.
Recommendation to all you young kids out there watching, up your macaroni and cheese game off the Kraft.
Yes, sir.
All right, here was another weird one. Off the coast of Ireland, lost swimmer saved by rescuers with the help of dolphins.
No, really?
Yep, someone got lost at sea. They found their clothes on the beach, said somebody's out there. They couldn't find them.
Right.
They were stranded at sea for 12 hours. So then the authorities went out. They were looking for them. They couldn't find them, but they did see a pod of dolphins surfacing and swimming around. So they went over there to investigate. The pod of dolphins had surrounded the swimmer and were comforted, keeping it alive. Yeah. And basically alerted the authorities to come over there, and they made such a splash, the authorities knew where to go,
went over there.
saved the person,
bonkers,
and
man. Hey, round of applause for those dolphins. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Dolphins are all over the place. We got another dolphin story for you.
That's good stuff.
Recently, Hurricane Ida hit the southern coast, Louisiana.
Yeah. Did some work.
Yep.
Did some work.
A video surfaced of a dolphin swimming in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Down like a neighborhood street.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was in Slidell, Louisiana. A lot of flooding went on there due to the hurricane, and a resident down there took a video of a dolphin just swimming right down her street.
Yeah, man, that hurricane did some massive flooding and damage, man. Like I saw something earlier in New York, man. They were taking pictures, and it looked like, the railways were flooded. Like, it's bizarre, man.
Yeah. Well, the city of San Francisco and all of their great policies, they have a new great policy for you.
Sure do.
They are now going to offer you cash incentives to not commit crimes.
Yeah, seems easy.
The crime there is running rampant. You may have seen some videos surface recently of shoplifters just going in, loading up bags, jumping on bicycles, and basically biking out of the store.
Yeah.
There is a lot of theft and a lot of stealing going on there.
Homeless population super high there and stuff too, right? So.
Yeah, and there's a new law there that if it's under a certain amount, I think $900, they don't call the police on you. So if you can go into a pharmacy and steal a few $100 worth of stuff, all you got to do is deal with the store employees. So San Francisco now says, well, all the thieves are stealing it all. Let's go ahead and offer some incentives not to steal. So now they have this program called the Dream Program.
Yeah, Dream Program. And I think if you have to be eligible for this program, or you have to apply for it. And if you get accepted, you get automatically get $300 a month. And if you meet certain requirements, maybe you're a gold, let's say you're a gold standing member and you do everything right and you do blah 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 blah, then you're eligible for up to $500 a month.
Yep.
So I mean,
$200 extra.
I mean, I think basically, you just keep your nose clean, you get $500.
That's the world we live in now. We're gonna pay you to not be of harm to society.
That's bizarre.
San Francisco, you never cease to amaze me.
How many months how much money I could have made in months that I didn't commit crimes? I'd be rich.
I haven't committed crimes in most of the months of my life.
Yeah, like good Lord.
There's a few months in there, though, we're not going to talk about.
Maybe sprinkle one or two in there.
Those few spring breaks, we won't talk about those. But we will talk about a little weird story.
Yeah.
A cow was spotted going through the McDonald's in Wisconsin.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's basically...
Not like walking through by itself.
No. A cow in the back of a Buick sedan. And it from the looks of it, it didn't look like it was a baby cow or anything. It looked like a full-sized cow.
It was
in the back of a sedan.
It was.
And the only reason I'm not shocked is because I lived in Wisconsin. No real hate to Wisconsin. But I lived in Wisconsin for a while. And, shit goes on over there, man. Weird stuff happens in that state. So I'm not shocked.
Is it like the Florida of the North?
Yeah, if you put Wisconsin in the South, then it would be...
It's right next to Florida.
Yeah, or it would just be it's... Wisconsin, I would say, is the South of the North.
Right. That's what I said. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
The South of the North, yeah.
Yeah, that was, we saw the photos. It's a little weird thing. Maybe someone's pet cow and they just said, hey... Maybe it wants a milkshake. Let's go see.
I mean, there had to be a reason that there was a cow in the backseat of the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, going to jail is not something you ever want to do, but if you do go to jail, you probably want this to happen to you. Wrong inmate released from Randolph County Jail.
Really?
Yep. This was in Huntsville, Alabama.
That's the place.
2 inmates had apparently swapped cells, and the record of that had gotten lost. So the original cell 13A or whatever it was due for release. They went down there, opened the cell up, grabbed the woman and said, all right, you're due up. Your day's up. And she walked out. And, of course, that girl's not going to say anything like, hey, I think you got the wrong person. So, they walked her down, processed her, let her out. And apparently the 2 women looked very similar, and the guards didn't really pick it up. But, they released her. Yeah. They caught the flaw later on and went and got her.
You got to do some more double checking than that, right? There must have been a step that was missed in that process, right?
I guess so. It looks like, it's Alabama, bro. I don't want to put anything past them down there.
Sure, but something they must have skipped something.
Right.
You would think.
Your get out of jail free card, literally. You've played Monopoly your whole life and you've had it, now you could use it.
They just walk into the cell, they're like, all right, this is the one. You're out, boom, see ya. There's got to be more than that.
Yeah, well.
You would think. Maybe not.
You never know.
Maybe not.
All right, next headline is China bans kids from playing online video games during the week.
Yeah.
Now, this is a massive headline if they actually follow through. I don't know how they're going to regulate this or what's going on, but this is a massive, massive deal.
Right, so this is actually just tightening up a past restriction they already had. They used to be able to do an hour every night, I want to say, and now they're tightening it up even more where they can only do an hour on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then an hour on any public holiday as well. And I guess from what I was seeing is that they need to register to play, man. If you go online, you play online games, they must have some sort of registration thing you have to do in China to even get access to the internet to play, your video games, right? So that's probably how they monitor it. But it's just a weird situation because I saw another headline saying, like, I would assume that the reason that they don't want the kids playing the video games because they want them studying, right?
Yeah, well, it's a very huge problem there now. I mean, everybody just wants to play video games. They need kids doing other stuff. I don't really know culturally what they're pushing on their children, but it's obviously hit a point that they're having to restrict it.
I mean, if I had to guess, it would be studying.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's only for the kids.
Yeah. Well, you never know, man.
I guess sports and stuff too. I mean, I think it's a lot of things, but just basically where I was going to go with that is I saw another headline, another news article that said they were banning tests for like 6th graders or grade 6 and under. I'm not exactly sure. The 6th graders or 6 and under, or maybe it was 6-year-olds. Might have been 6-year-olds. Might have been like 1st graders. They're banning tests for 1st graders because it's too much, right? So I don't know if those are like opposing things, maybe. I don't know.
I've heard about that in other school systems, though. Yeah, to where at a certain age you don't test them. You don't really want them to put themselves in tears yet. Just be a kid.
And I think it was 6 years old, not 6th grade, because they were saying that normally they would go through 4 major tests a year entering grade 1, and now they're starting up maybe grade 1 through 6. They've decided to bring it to 2 tests a year or something like that. So yeah, I was just thinking that maybe if they were getting rid of the video game time was more for the older kids to focus on their studies in university or in high school or something. I don't know, but it is kind of bizarre.
Yeah, well, and also too, that's your government stepping in, telling you what you can do with your life in your free time. That's the bigger story here to me, that your government's coming in and going, hey, you have to do this with your free time. It's that's another slippery slope.
Well, and I mean, it's not saying you have to do this with your free time. It's just saying you can't do this with your free time. Basically the same thing, but I guess the other side of it would be okay, what if this guy just sat and stared at a blank TV for that hour that he could have been playing video games?
All right, next headline is Tiesto. DJ Tiesto had a major fan. He passed away recently, and he had his ashes not only brought to the party, but he had them fired out of a party cannon over the music festival Creamfields.
Dude went out with a bang.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Apparently, this guy had passed away. He had already had the tickets to the big music festival Creamfields, so his parents put them up for auction and just put a little note and said, hey, by the way, our son had these. He's a music lover. He really wanted to go to this festival. Whoever buys these tickets, could you bring these ashes along and spread them at the festival so he could go have one last dance? And the people who bought the tickets were really touched by the story.
Yeah.
They got the ashes. The story got back to the actual promoters. They said, hey, instead of just bringing the ashes of the party, let's have them splash all over the party. So they put them in the confetti cannon during the party, and during DJ Tiesto's set, bam, they blasted confetti and dead man's ashes all over the crowd.
Yeah, that is something, man.
So
how do you feel about that? If someone told you that you got blasted with somebody's ashes at a festival, how would you feel?
See, yeah, I would feel a little bit weird. I wouldn't really care. I mean, you're at a festival.
But if someone told you that afterwards, you'd feel a bit weird,
yeah,
right?
There's a bit weird connotation to that.
Yeah.
That, I was in the dance floor and somebody blasted me with dead people's ashes.
Yeah, I don't think I would really care either, but I would, if someone told me that, I'd feel a little weird.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Well, you know what else you'd feel weird? If you ever have any lung problems or whatever, there's a new method for getting oxygen into your body. Not through the mouth into the lungs, but the other way, through the back door right up the booty.
Rocking everywhere.
That's right.
That's your booty.
A breathing tube through the butt could be an alternative to mechanical ventilators, says Massive Science website. Okay, they have this new thing that they put the tube directly there, frees up your face. You don't have to be all hooked up to things. Your face is available, and the blood goes right into your, the oxygen goes right into your blood through the rectum. You don't need it to go through the lungs, so they're saying this could be a breakthrough.
Sure.
The way they're going to get oxygen into your blood while you're in a hospital.
How are they going to, so your face is free, but are you laying, while you're receiving this tube up the butt, are you laying face first, or are you flipped
you're getting oxygen up the booty. So I think you're just laying down. There's got to be a special bed or something.
No, but I'm thinking like if it's just like it's not a ventilator. Like if you're still like alive and conscious.
No, I think it's just a tube that goes in, and then it just it feeds the oxygen through there, and your body absorbs the oxygen. It's not pumping your butt full of oxygen. Okay, it said it was inspired by animals that breathe through their butt. There's certain types of animals that receive and soak in oxygen through the rectum. So that's when scientists said, well, maybe
booty breathing.
That's why we do it. So
all right.
little boof oxygen boof.
Little boof action.
All right, so those are some weird, wacky, wild stories from around the world.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed it. We're going to have a lot more segments like this for you. If you got any good value and you like this video, hit that subscribe and like, and we will see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Peace.
Later.